I'm not ready yet. This is better than TV, but without commercials. Now I'm ready. This is a sign of confusion. People lie to me all the time, and they lie because of stupidity, because of righteousness, because of conspiracy. But they always get confused. The first lie you're ever exposed to is, he's so cute, look at that, just like his father. And it's got something with cavemen who, we know genetically men would run away if they saw this and didn't think that they would look like them. And then the second lie you're exposed to is, you see the scientific study to the right-hand side of the screen. Everyone cries, but they always tell you, no, it's not going to hurt you, don't worry, just a little prick in the shoulder. And then, of course, they tell you about the bully, and this is a serious one, right? They say, well, he's just a little confused, he's looking for attention, he's been with the wrong crowd. And of course, actually, I was listening to something on Oprah today, of all things, about bullies. And then they tell you, for business people, to manage risk exposure, so there's some goofy stuff, and every now and then you gotta take the bull by the horn, or sometimes the bull takes you by the horn. Something along this line. And then they tell you the early bird gets the worm, and it's a lie, because the early bird grows fatter, never sleeps in and risks heart attacks, and mates with the first mouse, but hangs out with the second mouse. Follow the arrow to the next slide, and it's coming. And this is the first mouse, and the second mouse gets the piece of cheese, sleeps in, grows fatter, and needs Metamucil because it doesn't eat enough fiber. And fiber, by the way, is a critical thing that you should be eating every day. Lie number 6, popcorn chicken. Studies have demonstrated there is actually no popcorn in popcorn chicken. And for those of you who are very inquisitive, I tell you there's no whatever, don't look into hash browns. Then you come home with a failed math exam and you say, you know what, Einstein, he left school when he was young because he flunked. Well, what you forget is he was a fucking genius when he was 12. He didn't need to go to school. And then they tell you that grown-ups never lie, and they sometimes manipulate the truth in our favor. And also they tell you never to speak with your mouth full. Sometimes they say sport is good for you, and this chap here is the reason why soccer has never taken in the United States. And this guy here sang soprano for the rest of his life. And it's a conspiracy by franchises. So now this is my pot shot at religion and computing science. They tell you never to take apples from snakes, and this is your choice. It's one of those things where you are being controlled. Biggest lie in my life, they told me that Santa lived in the North Pole, and I found Santa on a holiday on the beach. So I've been extremely disappointed since then to know that Santa Claus doesn't live in the North. Now, this is a funny slide you should be laughing. You get to sex ed, and they tell you all kinds of stuff that you learn on the street, but you never know that for a good blowjob you have to line up your ducks. I'm pausing for a minute. They tell you to learn to spell. Read this quickly, please. So you can read that kind of stuff. Then they tell you to respect your superiors, and I tell you, I know this. A company is like a tree full of monkeys, all on different levels, some climbing up. The monkeys on top look down and sees a whole bunch of smiling monkeys, and the monkeys at the bottom sees a whole bunch of assholes. Okay. They tell you that love is beautiful, and we're trained to think that way. We have this nice, wonderful oxytocin reflex in our mind, and I tell you now, you have to pick your mate very well, otherwise you get into trouble. They tell you fortune comes for those who wait, and then bang, you get surprised by a shark attack in the pool, and you're buggered up. There's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do. So beware of sharks and live well. This guy tells you, we're going to simplify your taxes because we think Canadians have things way too confusing. So they simplify it and they say, send us your money. And sometimes we're naive enough to believe these guys. And then we say we have to listen to the inner child, you know, and we realize that some people really need to go a little bit on the wild side, and have created a device here for Stephen Harper. So these were my 19 lines, and I said to you, have fun.